On Sunday night, we were talking about the present moment and how full every moment is, how perfect every moment can be. And to be present in any given moment is such a gift. And that oftentimes, just like in this moment, if we stop and say, well, what's missing? We can't come up with anything, really, unless we're into the future. Well, I've got to do, or we're going back into the past and we're concerned about something, or we're chewing on some sort of piece of information that we've got. But when we come into the moment and we are in our whole being, our body, our heart, our mind, and our spirit, and the moment becomes completely expansive and, in a sense, eternal. We are connecting into the moment. So I want to read a little piece. It's again from that woman, Levana, on Substack. And she says, presence is my pathway, and the insights or experience that need to be received, felt, and integrated can come while painting a canvas, walking the dog, making love, having a spontaneous conversation, typing up a report for work, or staring blankly at the ceiling, so long as I'm there for it. If I'm lost to the past or future, what difference does it make? If I'm not here now, then it's all rather meaningless. Something may be happening, but without presence, the quality of our experience remains dull and unfulfilling. Without presence, unless we're here now. And thankfully, we have a reference to talk about, because it's easy for me to say, well, I'm here now. Yeah, I'm thinking, but I'm here now. Yeah, I'm planning, but I'm here now. But in our presence practice, we understand what the difference is. We do that because we can feel that. It's not because I've talked about presence and told everybody what it is and what it feels like. It's because we have experienced our own presence and can see how it is different when we're in our beings. So she says, experience remains dull and unfulfilling. And I'm going to use the language of there's no aliveness in the moment. It's some sort of like turning a switch into autopilot, robotic, something. It's not the depth of our full being of aliveness. And it's only actually been, I don't know, maybe in the last 6 months that in the presence practice, I started talking about the spirit when I invite people to notice their spirit as that sense of aliveness in themselves. So to feel our own energy and flow, but recognizing that it's not quite part of the physical body, that sense of, whatever being alive, the body being alive is. The word that I'm kind of using now is that the present moment, when we're in presence, we become inspirited. And it's the experience of, I feel my spirit, and then I can feel the spirit. I'm experiencing the spirit in all things. And I recognize that the main block to that of me staying in that is bumping up against other humans who aren't inspirited, who aren't aware of their own aliveness and presence, and the way their future, past, story based, superficial, not dropping into what's most true. And so I always come back to the body. I always come back to nature and those people that I can be around who are in touch with their aliveness. Um, so I want to read a poem today that really touched me. And I also want to recommend this book that I found at the bookstore. It's called Poetry of Presence, an anthology of mindfulness poems. And it's every poem is amazing, and it's not just one, it's every kind of poet. But this one is by David Budbill, and it's called This Morning. Oh, this life, the now, this morning, which I can turn into forever by simply loving what is here. What is here is gone by noon. Oh, this life, the now, this morning, which I can turn into forever by simply loving what is here, is gone by noon. And I can feel the tinge of sadness in my own being about the truth of that. How I can go from being so present and connected to what is, and then float off into some other less meaningful reality. But the good news is that there are times I come back. I come back, I come back, and to learn what it is that helps us return to presence, return to aliveness, and to be alive in this life. Why are we here? Let's live. Let's be alive. So let's practice together. And to begin by realizing that this life is lived in the presence of love. To remind ourselves that we have never, no matter how it felt, we have actually never been separated from love. From our first breath until our last, love is available to us. So just sinking into that reality now, that we are in love, like a drop of water is in the ocean. And to feel ourselves as that drop of love in the wide ocean of love. And now to simply drop into your own experience. To notice what is happening for you now, whatever it is, on whatever level. And the important piece in the practice is to name it when you notice it. we use this practice as our starting point, and therefore it can feel a little like beginner. But it's actually the start of everything. When we're triggered, when we're having some big emotion, this is the thing that will bring us back to ourselves. Begin to bring us back to ourselves. What's happening in my being? And then our greatest grounder, our second step, is our body. Always returning to our material experience of being in this body, being in physical incarnation and feeling it so that we know we're here now. So I invite us to give our attention to our whole body, beginning with our feet. Our ankles and our lower legs. Our knees and our upper legs. Our hips and our pelvis. Giving our attention to our belly. And all the organs held in the belly. Giving our attention to our chest, noticing the rise and fall. And the beating of our heart. Giving our attention to our shoulders. Our upper arms. Our elbows and lower arms. And our hands. Giving our attention now to our low back, beginning with the tailbone. And just following the spine upward. And including the muscles and the ribs. The scapula and the neck. Noticing the scalp. And then resting your awareness on your face. And then noticing your body as a whole. One whole physical being, and feeling the way it is here now. In some way, memorizing this feeling so that we can return to the body. Remaining grounded in the body, beginning to include our inner experience, beginning with our heart. And seeing if we can very tenderly give our full attention to our heart and not asking anything of the heart. It doesn't have to behave in any certain way. It doesn't have to feel the big feelings or the positive feelings. Just tenderly turning our attention to our heart. Let it speak to us. Let it tell us what's there. Whatever thing we notice in the heart, recognizing that we do not need to change it. The heart feels. If it's feeling, it's alive. And turning attention to our spirit. And it doesn't have to live in any one part of the body. I think the spirit must live in every cell. It's our sense of aliveness, our sense of flowing with nature and the universe, the energy that is us. That flow may be different each time we pay attention to it. So again, we're just noticing, not demanding. And then we give our attention to our mind. We just notice what the mind is like after we've spent time attending to other parts of our being. After long practice, it becomes just another part rather than that overwhelming, constant voice. See what happens to the mind as we attend deeply to our being. And then experiencing ourselves as one whole being. Really taking a moment to wonder at this, to be incredibly grateful, to honor our being, that we can be body, heart, mind, spirit, soul. These are all true of us. And to feel it all here now. This is what it is to be fully present, to experience this present moment. And now extending your awareness out beyond your own being to include the room that you're in, to include the land around you, to include all living things around you. And to see if you can begin to feel your connection, that you're part of it, not separate from it, that you're in flow with all of it. And let the spirit in all things meet the spirit in you. Your mind might want to wander to ego meeting ego, but we're dropping below that. We're experiencing spirit meeting spirit in our world. And now noticing how the earth is holding us, drawing us into itself. Because we are held, we recognize we don't have to do the holding. It is what we do as human beings. We control, we hold ourselves, we hold the situations, we desire to make things different. But to return to this place of knowing we are held, we can relax our heart, our mind, our body. We can begin to let go and let things be. As we let things be, spirit arises, aliveness arises. When we try to control, we stop that flow. When we decide what we like and don't like, we stop that flow. And now noticing your breath, being with that natural flow of your body. As air flows in and out again. And just really enjoying that feeling, that ease, that naturalness for these next few breaths. And when you feel ready, just following that out breath, that natural flow, letting yourself completely let go, to surrender into a state of simple being. Nothing to do here, nothing to think about, nothing to figure out. Letting it all go. Letting it all simply be. Oh, this life, the now, this morning, which I can turn into forever, which I can turn into forever by simply loving what is here, is gone by noon. But it always returns. And we practice returning to this moment, this perfect moment. Thank you so much for practicing with me and supporting my own practice. I love you all.